great win last night. Go ahead and just tell me a little bit more about that.
Ideally, when we're scheduling, we want to start our season at home. I want to establish a good first impression with our fans, with just being on campus. So we want to play at home. We were able to do that this year. So it was fun just to have a game in Teague where there were no limitations on attendance. And I thought the crowd was really good for a Tuesday night. We're competing against high school games already, and we had a really nice crowd, and I appreciated all the fans that came out. I don't think we could have started the game any better than we did. Really credit the 5 players that were on the floor to start the game. I mean, they were hitting on all cylinders. They were really aggressive defensively, which turned into some quick primary break shots for us. We preach being shot ready, and I think they were, as a group of 5, they were really shot ready to start the game. So really good start to the season. It's a long season. It's a marathon for sure, but just pleased with the way we've kicked the season off.
Yeah, you guys had, I believe, 5 different players in double figures last night. So how would you say, they're sort of sharing the load, I would kind of say, just off of that first game. So what do you think in general about just like the team's performance?
I was really pleased overall with our team's performance. Like I said, we started the game really well, had a really good first half. I thought we were kind of slow moving in the third quarter, especially defensively. And it's hard, when you have a big lead to really maintain that intensity. But it gave us some invaluable video to watch and see where we had some defensive breakdowns, especially in the third quarter. But it was a great opportunity for everyone to see playing time. And I thought our players were ready to play when they did get that nod to go out on the court. So overall, just really pleased. Our players were ready to play a game. They were pretty sick of workout, and honestly, I was too. And so it was fun to play a real game. We, met some WAC officials for the first time, folks who had not been to Teague before, and we're going to see a lot of new people, officiating through our new conference. So that was fun, to meet them and put names and faces together. But overall, thought it was a good outing.
And then to shift gears a little bit towards Saturday, you guys have a very different opponent in UTSA. So what is the mindset heading into that game?
Yeah, we have a pretty critical scouting report that needs to be learned and consumed by our players, and they have to figure out how to transfer it over into live play. And so UTSA is going to be a really good opponent. They're going to challenge us in a lot of ways. They're going to play a fast style, be aggressive. We've got to be ready to face a good opponent on Saturday. And so it'll be good for our team to get serious about the scout, get serious about practice the next couple of days, and get ready for yet another home game.
All right, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Coach, you had 13 players that recorded a bucket for you last night. What did you learn about your rotation in that first game?
I do feel like we have depth in every position. With 14 players on the roster, it's impossible to play 14 players every game. I mean, that'll be rare. But I do feel like practices have been super competitive, and no one really has a firm spot yet as a starter or as a 6th man or 7th man. And so you really want that. You want there to be a lot of competition for playing time, and that's what we've had in practice. And I feel like our players were all ready to play when they stepped on the floor. So really proud of the point production, proud of just how every player was ready to give their best effort last night.
The freshman class for you, we've talked a little bit about that already, but Bella Earl, couple big defensive plays that turned into points for you guys. Seemed like defense turning into offense was a pretty good thing for you. Is that something that you expect to continue?
Yeah, we would really like for defense to become early offense. We want to score a lot of points. It's more fun. It's more fun to play that way. It's more fun to watch that kind of a game too. And so we have to emphasize the defense and how important it is that we get defensive stops that can turn into early offense. Our freshman class did a nice job. They were kind of bouncing off the walls before the game and really stayed in tune to the game. The 40 minutes. All of them came in off the bench and did good things, like their very first possessions in the game, their first Division I ball game. And that's a super big jump that you kind of lose sight of. We've been working out since June, and so it's like, well, sure, y'all should play well and know how to do all this. It was our first Division I ball game, and I thought our freshman class did a great job.
17 three-pointers for you guys. How nice was it to see that many of them fall? Is that something you expect to continue as well?
We'd like to see that continue. 17 is a big number. We realize that, but we work on threes literally every day with every player and want them to be shot ready on the catch. And I was really proud, especially, in the first half, how everybody was ready to shoot if they found themselves open from the three-point line. And threes add up faster than twos, so we do like those.
So talk to me a little bit about the newcomers, transfer-wise.
Okay.
Tatum, Panarin's, and Barber last night had pretty good performances. So kind of tell me what you expect to see from them in these next two matchups.
Yeah, I feel like our super seniors, they, met our expectations last night. We expect them to be veteran players, to be solid for us night after night, whatever position we put them in, whether they're starters, they're reserves, they need to go in and get a bucket. We want them to be willing and ready to do that. And I thought all three were really good last night, and they're going to be a lot of fun for our team, and just more maturity that we can add on the court.
Talk to me a little bit about Maddie Miller's performance last night. She kind of seemed to struggle a little bit. What do you want to see from her moving forward in this season?
We'd like for Maddie to be a consistent scoring threat for us. She couldn't figure out how to put the ball in the hole last night, but I don't think that's indicative of what we're going to see from her throughout the course of the season. She's, a solid player for us. She knows what we're asking her to do. She understands our system, and so I think we'll see her have some good scoring performances throughout the season.